welcome back. Previous part we dealt with Taurus Demon. Did all the dirty work to get our Zweihander good to go. So I think just in the deal with killing the Gargoyles. Right here you can use Dragon into coming down. We're just gonna run straight past him and he's not gonna be too happy. Time to take berries then. He's not gonna be too happy, but I'm sitting by here just so I can get that bonfire. We're gonna take a shortcut back into the undead. He'll fly away. Oh, he'll be back. Let's come back. Here, I believe it's where you can join the Sunlight Covenant. Have the faith requirement. There's also just a hollow sitting here. Statue? No, it was the one out in the court. So we're gonna light that bonfire. When there will respawn, but I don't need anything. I just need to be able to run past some of these guys up here. So, 25 strength. Defense. Could just get the run past here. Gate, but one thing I want to do just come all the way up here and not do that, but do that. Okay, that's too close for comfort. And yeah. When I fight these guys, I need a little bit of concentration. I cannot block any attacks. At least very efficiently. Ultra Great Swords do not block very. So you can see, even that hollow did a decent amount of damage to me. Not a lot, but that's why I'm going to invest a lot of my points to divide. Oh, I am an idiot. That's fine though. Our only real goal is to kill him. It doesn't matter how many tries it takes. We kill most everything in about one. But the major challenge for you guys is that they don't stagger have very high points. Can't just unlock them like I'd like to. You see that overhand swing tracks very well. It's stun locked. One of the major caveats of fighting this guy, and he can be pretty annoying. Although his moveset is exactly what I saw earlier. But you just have to be careful. It's going to time this first attack. Yeah, enemy hits are a little fair in this game. Don't like to stay true to the size of their, but we'll kill this guy. Third time's the charm. Or I think this is the fourth. The part of playing with this Y-hander is all about timing your swings. This would be a lot easier if I'd allow myself to use it. For the sake. I'm not going to. Yeah, I was doing so well, but having trouble now. Because I can't really get behind this guy too easily. There we go. So that's the big cheese for these guys. Stagger him for the kill. Those guys do typically drop Titanite chunks. Sometimes you can get their weapons, which I would use to hawk souls later. Titanite chunks will let me use my weapon. So normally you would just go run straight down. We don't do that here. Instead, we just run right past. That's a pretty common time skip. But, as normal, we don't play this normally. Just run right past everything. Easy peasy. Leg here. That's actually a pretty common trick in the speedrun. But it's one of the things that makes fighting the Taurus Demon a bit time saver. You don't really have to deal with anything else getting in your way. Because normally the way you would do that is you would just go around up through the stairs and through the higher levels. But here we don't have to do that. We're gonna get ourselves killed quite a lot. Our home bones here, and coming up is one of the deadliest rooms in the game, mostly by pure design. humanity here just because I don't want to waste my Estus flask. So, the reason this is so deadly, not only because of that channeler, but that's because there are a lot of hollow in here. And, as with always, since I'm not wearing armor, I take a damage, and these guys can kill me in 2 hits. For the majority of the running, we're going to ignore some of the riffraff. Just want to get straight to the point. Oh my god. Could have sworn that area was outside of their aggro range. So we're just gonna aggro some of the hollows here. I want to clear these guys out because I'm not consistent enough to just run straight through them. I believe that's all of them. So, you can fight the channeler now. He dies relative. He doesn't respawn. So up here is one thing we're gonna have to take care of. And by later, I mean about 10 minutes, because he drops a ring that's considered by many to be the best ring in the game. Although I believe the Darkwood ring is a little better. Master Key. Talk to him. And he'll appear at Firelink later, but that's when we're gonna kill him. But first we're gonna fight the Gargoyles. A little easier if I had a couple more Estus flasks, but should be able to do this with just if I don't take any damage from the first one. Normally you could summon Solaire for the fight, but that's entirely not necessary. So part of the gimmick with this boss is that after you get about half of his health down, second boss spawns, and this guy is a little interesting because most of what he does is he just spits fire at you. But like the other one, he goes down just as easily. It's the Gargoyles. Pretty simple. But up here we get the first Bell of Awakening, which is why we have to fight the Gargoyle. So right here, we can learn one of the more useful taunts, but one of the major features of this guy is that you can, one, by purging stones. If you get cursed, you can buy word bones, but the major thing is you can buy Ring of Sacrifice, which is a little better late in the game. Part of the reason you talk to him is if you say kill an NPC, friendly one at that, get modified as something sin, and you can request absolution for him by paying an amount of souls. And that can affect which ending you get. Now I'm not too concerned with this game, but mostly just a casual run at this point. Oh, hey, Channeler. Now we don't get to worry about him anymore. I'm gonna go down here and touch the bonfire. I'm not going to spend my souls just yet. Because we are gonna go back to Firelink for a moment, and then we're gonna continue. I'll attempt this jump one more time. Right. Yep. So normally you would come up here to go back to the asylum. We're not going to do that just yet. Instead, what I wanted to do was come over here, get on top of the building to grab what's up there, but can't if I don't get up there. That's what you need to go back to the asylum, or to at least make it worthwhile, because you can grab a ring which will make one section of the game a little later kind of easy. I believe the trek should be down here now. And now we don't have to worry about him. Normally what he does is he'll come and kill the Firekeeper. If you just kick him off the ledge, he won't have the opportunity. So we just quit the game, reload it. Oh, wrong file. Wrong file. It's not the file. This is the feed. But if you reload it, you get the Humanity and the Ring of Favor and Protection. And the Ring of Favor and Protection is what we need. It'll give us more stamina, more health, and a bit more defense, which will be useful later. But yeah, you can see stamina, HP, and load. The load will be a little more useful because it means I can just run with my Zweihander out without any penalty. So if I remember correctly, the direction from here, either go to Blighttown now, or I can go to the forest and fight Sith. I think that I will go to the forest. Now, it isn't really a wise idea to try to mess with this guy, because he can one-shot me. But he's fairly easy to fight. His attacks are just wide sweeps. There's cheese strats for just about every boss in this game. Even though this isn't really a boss, it's more of, say, a mini-boss for this game. But this is intended to be a fairly difficult enemy right now, but they're more regularly occurring in, say, Anne Orlando. Oh, how the mighty fall. These guys don't respawn, but they're useful just to kill, because we're going to be running through this area a little bit. And I think that I'll call it a part here. Mostly because I'm gonna split this up into bosses, so in the next part we'll fight Sith. If liked it, like, if not, go watch something else.